Good evening and welcome to Side 21 and tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. Before we get back into this story, we do have just a few announcements to go over and then we'll get started. Starting with Side 21 and this is our new discussion style show. There are many episodes out on YouTube now, so go check that out. Leave us some comments, let us know what you think. Let us know what topics you'd like to see on Side 21 and going forward. We're also, of course, on social media at Side 21 TV. We do tons of shorts, lots of other great content there. And we also have our merch store at side21.tv where you can find tons of shirts, hats, cups, lots of other goodies on there as well. I believe that will conclude our announcements tonight, though, so let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. Alrighty, where last we left off, our party emerging from the sewers of Raventide Keep onto the surface level. Now, before getting a little bit of information from Sharkbait Sullivan in the Undertow. While getting this information, finding out this captive is indeed in the brig, came back with one bastard of Raventide Keep, individual who seemed to lost his entire crew in a expedition, came back with this individual and has since been reclusive and ill-tempered. However, you guys made your way onto the surface street, seeing the black clouds and red lightning, a terrible storm raging above the city of Raventide here. However, making your way in the direction of Rafa's apartment, making a stop at the Crow's Nest, the more, predominant above the surface, not as shady main bar, if you will, of Raventide Keep. You guys went inside, tried to get some dinner, were unsuccessful in that, got some drinks, however, and discussed what may lie ahead to a degree, filling in Rafa on some of the details he may have missed about you guys' journey thus far. Just kind of having that one drink, Lothariel trying to get the attention of the drunken performers with not much success, heading back to Rafa's apartment and getting some sleep. Halrod having a vivid dream of scenes from his life, accompanied by a disturbing voice warning him that the people around him were going to try and take something from him. But you guys woke up the following morning and began to kind of work out what the plan going forward was going to be. Not really getting too far, deciding that maybe the best first step was to either talk with Sharkbait downstairs or make your way straight to the brig to see if visiting hours were currently occurring and see if you could get a word in with this incarcerated individual that matches the description of a hermit that you have been hearing about for some time now. That is where we are going to pick up. Morga, you kind of saying a prayer to Helm, letting him know, listen, I need this shield, but I can't, the eye, and seemingly being granted a new ability, one of your channel divinity slots being drained, but your shield being disguised as a mundane shield. As you picked it up and began to walk out, you're hit with another one of those sources of or surges, I should say, of power through your shield, up your shield arm into your body, feeling the full force of this one. And to say the least, Morga is feeling exhausted. However, you do make your way down the stairs. The four of you now standing in a lighter rain outside of the ship repair shop. Having exchanged a brief greeting with Sharkbait as he kind of goes back to his work, what would you guys like to do?
Morga, are you all right?
Um,
Let me spare you, a moment. That you're not all right.
I
What is going on? Is this the shield?
yeah, she's gonna act just like very breathless, just and look at him and just say, "Everything is okay. I just the thing happened again, but my shield is closed. I learned that I can it can go away at the cost, and I am so exhausted, and we just slept. So I am useless. I am tired, but I will give you everything I have. But I am not okay. But we are okay. But I am not okay.
Well, in Panthura, we did get this potion that is, I believe has the properties to reinvigorate you and at least help you out for the day.
I,
If you think we
do you
would.
think we'll need it here? Like, should we save it for? We don't know what we're gonna face, and I just whatever is happening it's gonna get worse. So I'd rather save it for a more rainy day, and not figuratively speaking.
Um, well, you can do what you like. I just think that any moment we could die. And so at any moment that I can control, I would like to keep all of us as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
And that would be my argument for
Well,
using this while we can.
if you think it is okay, I will be less than helpful today. Uh,
No, I mean, I second that. I would rather have you use it than have somebody else take it and it get lost.
mm,
Just for the thing too, it's called the Spirit of Banthura. A creature may drink this potion and be imbibed with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1, or end one of the following effects on it, which is a few things. Um, yeah, so it's basically for this situation exactly.
mm, I could. We don't know what we're looking at. If it's okay, I'd love to be somewhat beneficial today. If and
Yes, I agree.
I
Yes.
owe you guys really. So she's gonna.
Maybe you should take it somewhere.
I'm gonna go check the room really quick. I forgot my shoelace, and so she's
Of course.
gonna pick it up and go. You just can hear dun 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 up the stairs, and she just is gonna close the door, chug it like a shot, and walk back. And she's just gonna take a deep breath, and she's gonna walk back down with a big smile on her face, a lot happier than she was a second ago. Still tired, but thank you so much. That was. It's like taking a shot. It's great.
Well, you protect us all the time, so it's the least we can do is to let you have that
Thank you.
when we need it.
I mean, no, I
Yeah, I'd
can't say
rather
thank
have
you.
you healthy than anything else.
I appreciate it. So where were we? What are we doing? We need to keep moving. It's a new day.
Yes, I suppose it's already part of the day has passed, so shall we go to the brig first and get that out of the way, maybe see when visitation hours, when we can even figure something else like that, figure something out like that, and then maybe we can make our way around the city and gain any supplies that we may need.
Yeah. I mean, we got some stuff we could probably sell and maybe get some information. So, I mean, we got a full day. We're just gonna be very wet.
I mean, we've got a bunch of gems if anybody takes gems in Morga's inventory bag.
I
So
assume
that
somebody
should,
does.
yeah, I mean, that should be something worth it for us.
I think we should get, the basic information, like you said, but also I would recommend we be careful pulling things out of that bag.
No, I
Good
agree.
point.
I'll just tell everybody it's my purse, and they won't mess with me.
Yes, but if it looks suspiciously large coming out of that bag, it may be an issue. So we'll just keep
You're
that in
right.
mind.
You're right. You're right. Okay, we should probably go though.
Okay. make our way to the brig building in the southwest.
All right, yeah, you guys kind of walking down. The city is much, the rain has let up a little bit. It's not raining as hard as it was last night. It's just precipitation wise. The sky is still very dark, very active with red storm lightning. But yeah, the city is much more active. You see various people in, kind of heavy coats, kind of shielding themselves from the rain, big tricorn hats, the feathers kind of drooping behind with the weight of the water. You see also now that there is at least some daylight. It's still dark, but it is not as dark as it is in the dead of night. The sun is still behind those clouds and providing at least some, general walkable lighting. You see that there are various animals occupying there. You look up into a tree as you're walking by and you see this beautiful like purple leaved palm tree, and there's just a small primate figure kind of sitting on one of the branches. As you walk by, it looks down at you. You see parrots, you see beautiful birds also kind of sheltering themselves under the canopy of these palm trees, these wide palm leaves, giving them somewhere to kind of stay out of the storm. And you do see the city of Raventime seems to have a dog population that it's like every now and then you'll see like anywhere between 2 and like 7 dogs run by. They don't ever seem to be not running anytime that you see them. You guys also see on either side of the crow's nest as you're walking down this thoroughfare these large wooden platforms that hold on top. You can just see the outline of them. These massive, ballista style cannons that seem to be protecting this keep from anything that might approach it from down the river with hostile intent. You get down this way, you pass a lot of kind of residential buildings. Many of them are, kind of above shops. You see like a tailor and a cobbler and, kind of more of the basic non-adventuring kind ofness. You see a bakery. You see, another tavern that seems to be kind of small. You see a bunch of taverns, to be honest. And anyways, you guys make your way down this thoroughfare, this kind of main, western thoroughfare, and you reach the outside of the brig here. It's this rectangular building. You do pass what looks like a guardhouse as well. It's a larger, it looks like very fortified building. And yeah, you see the outside of the brig here. There are 2. You're not sure if it's the same 2 or a different 2. They all kind of seem to be dressed pretty similarly. But the 2 of the Raventide Keep Guard standing outside a door that is open now. As you guys approach.
Well, Captain, you lead the way.
As we approach, I want to kind of scan the outside of the building, see if there's anything that like has visible posted visiting hours.
Make an investigation check as you look around the outside of the building.
I'd love to help with that.
Yeah, can I check some too?
Yeah, all 3 of you guys roll.
I'll do it too.
All right.
Investigation. Let's go.
A nat 1 for a 0.
Oh, I got a 5.
I got an 8.
I got a 22.
What?
There
You definitely
you
don't
can.
see any posted hours. Halbor, a few things strike you about this building. It is, in comparison to both the taverns that you've been into that were kind of wooden construction, this is a stone building. It seems to be very stout. You notice that there are 0 windows, at least on the side that you guys are facing. The door is ajar. There's 2 big dudes standing outside kind of under like a little overhang out of the rain. So they're like kind of huddled very close to the like either side of the door. You can see with that roll a little bit on the inside. It seems to be pretty well lit. You see like torchlight spilling out into the street, a little brighter than the rest of the light provided by the world at the moment. And you can see through the open door that there are some barred cells like in the back of the room, but you can't really get much more of an idea of who might be in those cells or what's going on beyond that.
Well, guys, I'd have to say it looks like it's open. That's about the best guess I have now that visitation hours might be available.
I guess I'll just start making my way in the door then.
Following.
Right.
As you
Following.
guys go to walk past these guys in through the door, they have kind of like cutlass style swords, and they do the classic like crossing of the swords in front of the door. And one of them goes, "What's your business?"
We're here to speak with one of your recently brought in prisoners.
Very well. Step inside. First of all, are you armed?
Heavily. They can be removed.
Yeah. No weapons inside the brig.
I'll hand over my 2 daggers.
I give over my daggers.
Hand
Very
over my-
unhappily, too.
I hand over my flail.
As you hand the flail, he kind of looks down at the flail and like looks up at you. All right, and he kind of
It's
see him
okay.
glance. You see him glance at your shield, and just say, "Don't do anything silly with that shield. I'll let you hold it." So you guys, are any of you attempting to keep a weapon on you in this moment?
I
Uh,
low-key have a long sword hidden on my side. That should I hand it over? Here you go.
So you don't want to keep it hidden. Okay. You see the guard. They kind of both take the weapons and set them against the wall here on the direct inside of the door. As you guys step inside, you notice a few things immediately. You step inside this brig here. You notice a few things immediately. The first of which is there are 3 more guards on the interior of this place seated at a table. They look to be playing cards to pass the time. You see 3 cells directly in front of you, one of which is unoccupied on the far left. The other one is occupied by what looks like a kooky old man. And the one in the middle is occupied by a very familiar looking fairy in a cage.
no, Sprout. I tried to
that's
not
bad.
make it obvious to look over towards Sprout. But I do take a peek.
You see that she is she's not flying. She's like seated on like this little bed they have her in like the bars of the normal cell are too large for her. Like she'd be able to slip through. So they have her in this like makeshift cage that has openings that are smaller than what she would be able to fit through. And you see that she's in there seated against one of the walls of the smaller cage, her legs sticking out straight in front of her. Her wings look like they're kind of drooped down to her sides, and she's just her head. She's not even looking up. She's just kind of looking down at the ground in there. The guard says, "You can pick these up when you're done visiting," and you see they go back outside.
All right.
And he kind of locks. So they're like in a lockbox kind of thing here against the wall.
Morga's earpiece, she's gonna say to Halbor and Lothario, you're just gonna hear, "That's fucking Sprout."
Yes, it is. That's doesn't change the plan though. Plus, we can't let anyone know that we are, know this magical creature.
Just saying, if we get one out, we should get 2.
Well, maybe we won't need to get this person out to get the information we need.
That's true. Okay. She's gonna look at the group and start walking towards the old man.
Anybody else doing anything different?
No, not right now. I'm just gonna walk towards.
She's gonna look at the group and then look at Rafa and then look at the old man and say, I heard you had a bit of an adventure.
As soon as you guys walk over to the cell, he goes back to what looks like a toilet in the back of the room and starts taking a leak in the toilet. And as you say this, he looks over his shoulder back at the cell door and says, hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, okay. You just take your time. I do, okay.
I think Lothariel's not really shook by this because he's just so like, out of it and not really expecting leaving it open for anything to happen. This doesn't really surprise him. He's just kind of like studying the guy in his garb and anything that might be in his cell, as far as anything other than like any kind of like personal item or anything other than just like a cot or whatever. Just kind of get a vibe of this guy.
Make an investigation check.
8.
With an 8, you're not really seeing anything hidden in the room. You see what looks like the little toilet in the back. You see the bedroll on the left side of the room. As far as him, all that you really notice about him, he's got a beard that is made up of like really curly bits and like that go off in different directions. His clothing is super patchwork. Like parts of it look like they are cloth, but like also sewn into like tree bark and like then it becomes leather. It seems to be an amalgamation of a lot of natural elements and a little bit of cloth to kind of give it form. And he has those kind of eyes that you see on a person and you're like, oh, those are crazy eyes. Like he has like big eyes that look really intense all the time. As he starts to walk back over here to you guys, and he says, it's about time. What
hello,
took you?
sir.
Hello, yes, hello. What took you so long?
Well, I'm sorry. Were you expecting us?
Yes, of course. What do you take me for?
Kind of think back to that journal and like what Abigail was saying, like was kind of in it. Like, right. Well,
crazy
there's
person.
there's a lot of jungle on the way here.
You're here for the rescue, yes? You hear a guard behind you at the table just kind of look up and go, yeah, right.
I'm sorry. He's obviously crazy. And I look back towards him, like kind of give him that look, like,
Who are you calling crazy?
shut up.
No, you.
No, you.
Right. Well, we were wondering, kind of look to the group. You may have some information that would greatly help us on our mission, and well, we wanted to speak to you about it. We've come a long way to find you.
All the information's in the journal.
Right. Do we have that journal? Did we talk about this already? Did Abigail take it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't have a journal.
We don't have it?
Mm-mm.
Yes, well, you see, the journal was, unfortunately, we don't have it.
Yes, I know that. You have to go get it.
Well,
We had it. And somebody else took it.
Somebody else has taken it, yes.
Oh, goodness.
who?
Also, guys, we couldn't read it if I remember right.
Abigail was reading it.
Not that one.
Oh, a different journal.
Yes.
What is that?
Oh,
one?
where is that one?
Not here.
And
Was
where
on me.
were you? Yeah, where
Now
were
it's
you
gone.
last?
Well, I was in the jungle.
Yeah,
but
on
you
the
take it
side
from
of the island.
Yes, the man.
The man.
bastard.
Yes, that one.
Oh,
Fuck.
so you tell
That
me he
is-
has the journal?
He took it. I need my journal.
Okay, I have another question, and we're gonna. How the heck did he get to that journal from you?
He seems to, in this moment, have realized that you are of the lady persuasion, and he does this just flamboyant bow, and he says, "Milady."
And she's gonna curse you a little bit in her giant armor and go, "Ah, I see. Thank you. It's great to see you. I love it when somebody can be polite like that."
Okay.
Okay. My question. How did you lose it? Did he take it from you? Did he steal it from you? Like, what happened?
He took it.
Why did he capture you?
Oh, that's straight to it.
Sandy.
What happened?
Sandy. I turn to the group. I don't know if we're gonna get much more out of this man.
What do you mean, Sandy? Like, you were all, there was there sand?
The bastard came with his whole crew, but when we left, it was just us two.
You're referring to the Seeking Sands?
Yep. Shifting.
Shifting sands.
Shifty Sandy.
So, how did you? Were you a part of this crew? Just to double check, did you just find him by the sand?
I'm part of a crew.
Where
A
is
one-man crew.
Right. Okay.
So how did you bump into them at the sand?
They bumped into me.
What were you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What were
That's a
you doing
personal
at the
question.
sands?
That's a personal question.
You know,
Bring me
I
my
think-
journal. Maybe we talk more.
You know, she's gonna try to push her hair back and look at him and be like, I know somebody as smart as you knows what they were doing at the sand. What were you doing? And try to like eye with her eyes.
Make a persuasion.
She's gonna flirt her way through
She's
them.
I'm gonna say
trying to-
with disadvantage, please.
She's trying to
What?
puppy dog eyes.
Persuasion, you said?
With disadvantage.
With this
After he acted that way when he realized it was a woman, he wants
That's
it.
a woman. Okay, the first one was a 9. Second one was a nat 1. Why?
Get new dice.
It's the yeah, you're right.
He said, I assuredly do, but that is for me to know, not you.
Lothariel just kind of scoffs and walks over towards the table of guards.
I'm gonna follow.
Trying to kind of put on a little bit more of a stern persona rather than somebody that's, you know, friendly, I guess. He's gonna walk up to the one of the pirates and say, "What is this old coot in for? Did they tell you the crimes?"
Make a general charisma check for me.
Should be my best one, right? In theory.
I believe.
Oh, 12, 16.
16, he kind of looks up from his cards at you. He looks kind of irritated that you're talking to him and says, the bastard said lock him up. I'm not about to question him. He turns back to his cards.
Fair enough, and I'll turn towards Rafa. We may be done here. Any ideas? Step away from the guards table a little bit too, like a little bit towards the group more.
I am certainly not a fan that the bastard is where we need to go. But you said you had some shopping to do?
That is very true. I look over towards Sprout as we're standing here talking, kind of through Rafa. Is she moving or doing anything different now that we've been like out here talking and stuff?
Make a perception check, investigation check.
Okay, dude, my investigation's always dog shit. But this one isn't. Yay! 19.
Nice.
Let's go.
She looks passed out. I think with a
Breathing?
19, even with a 19, it's she. I will say you can tell that she's breathing. You can't with a night. Even with a 19, I think it's just kind of impossible to tell if she's sleeping or more, different unconscious in a different way.
I just kind of think to myself, it may be better that she hasn't noticed that we're here, and we can address this a little bit later. Go back towards Halbor and Morga.
Are you sure that you just were hanging out at the sand? You just happened to see everything? You weren't doing anything wrong?
What is wrong?
We need to find this journal.
What is right?
But
obviously
right-
he's-
Oh,
What is
goodness.
He's obviously being cryptic, and we don't have time for this. We need to just get this man his journal.
She's just gonna look at the man and just kind of slowly turn her body and start to walk away. This guy's crazy.
He is so crazy. Very strange.
Are you the rest of you walking away?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right. As you guys begin to make your way out of the brig, they unlock the weapons locker for you, return your weapons to you, and as you guys are making your way out, you just hear, "Bring me my journal!"
Okay.
Sure.
That man is insane.
He spoke in rhyme. Did you see that?
He did. I wonder if he plays any instruments. Well, once we get like a little bit out of the ways of like earshot of the guards, maybe just kind of take a step out.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay, Hellboy, do you know the ability you have to where you can, peer into people's minds a bit?
Yes.
I cannot recall, but is that a very visible thing? Or is that something that you could maybe use undetected while we are here?
I have to. There's always a little bit of residual. I have to cast in a specific way, but otherwise there shouldn't be any problems afterwards.
You could, in theory, cast it in private and then use it for a time?
Define a time. Try like a minute.
A duration, I suppose.
I've got 1 minute, my man. Can't activate it anywhere else and walk somewhere there's not enough time.
Well, I'm not sure how helpful that would be with this old man. Did we get his name? Do we know his name already?
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't get a name. I don't think we learned a name. He didn't give one.
So how in the absolute fuck are we going to get the journal from the bastard?
Can we find somewhere a little more out of the rain, like under a tree or something?
Yes. Please.
Okay, now that that's happened, I kind of like look at Lothario to answer that previous question, and I'm like, well, our best bet would maybe be to wait and go to his house when he's not there. He's gotten reclusive, but he has to leave sometime.
We could stake it out and try to do that. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's plenty of guard there, though, if he has an entire estate. Or some kind of measures, especially in a pirate city.
Yeah, Rafa, I mean, you would know he has a manor in the center of town. It is large and definitely guarded.
You would be quite correct in that assumption.
Maybe if there was in some, alternate dimension, we could even have an audience with him at all, or get word to him that we could maybe trade some valuable gems or gold, buy it off of him, I suppose. I'm not sure.
I stayed away as most people do, but I do know that if we were to just run into him, it would be in the undertow.
Oh, Jesus.
What if we bought him a drink and see, it's not on his tab, but is he the type of person that the more you give him, the more he'll open up, or will that just go bad?
I could not tell you.
Everyone
I'm
make
assuming
a
it's gonna go
wisdom
bad.
check for me, please.
A what check?
Wisdom, please.
Okay.
All of us?
Yeah.
Oh.
As you're sitting here thinking about this individual.
3.
7.
Well, my first roll was a nat 1, so I got to re-roll that for being a halfling. But then I only wound up with this 6 anyway.
17.
What was yours, Morga?
8.
Ralph, I think it's appropriate that you were the highest roll here. 17 is enough, I think, especially with the knowledge that you do have. These ideas, like having a drink with him, trying to get an audience with him, you guys are well below this individual station. Even Rafa, especially that you new guys. This is not an individual that just has drinks with common pirates. This is an elite member of this society, and somebody that does not. You, especially lately, based on what you heard from Sharkbait, this is not somebody that appreciates their time being wasted on other people's affairs. So as you hear these suggestions, you think, like, getting this guy to agree to something for us is going to be maybe the most difficult way to deal with this. Not necessarily completely impossible, but fairly unheard of.
I could not tell you really anything about this man. I mean, he's far above me and in station, and as well as the fact that everyone just avoids him. I don't think drinking with the man will sway him at all.
Worth a shot.
Well, I have no idea how we're going to figure out where this journal is, how to get it in the first place. If we're going to sneak behind his back, that's incredibly dangerous, but I suppose, as you said, approaching him is, arguably equally as dangerous. I know nobody in this city, so I suppose I'm looking to you for suggestions on a way to maneuver through this situation. Do you have anybody else you can speak to, or I suppose we can go around and ask random citizens questions?
There is no one in particular that I would have any sort of connection with, or I mean, I did not plan to be here for the 7 months that I have been here. So.
Well, all I can think of, unless anybody has any other ideas, is... Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. We do somewhat of a stakeout on the manor, and just to see maybe guard patrol patterns or of some sort, or... I'm really not sure what to do here.
Are you guys just standing in one place, or are you moving at all?
I have no preference.
I assumed we were standing.
I
Okay.
assumed we were
I'm just
standing.
asking. Yeah, I didn't know if you were trying to head in any
I thought we
direction
had
as you were talking, but
under a tree.
okay, cool. So yeah, you guys are just like hanging out under these guys.
You don't think we could eavesdrop or something in like the merchant place, the market, and maybe get some information on like security? Maybe just around that way, maybe we could find something out. But as
Either way, if I was a betting man, I bet he keeps that journal on him. If it's important enough that he lost his whole crew to bring this crazy dude back.
I suppose you could be right. We could always do a little reconnaissance at the undertow as well.
I mean, I don't know how many days we want to dedicate to this. We obviously have a time frame, and I don't want to be here very long. But it might be worth spending a few days drinking to see if we catch him.
I mean, catch him off guard.
Or follow him or anything.
I mean, there is a casino. This is a crazy idea, but there is a casino. What if we just gambled him for it?
Rafa, you did say that there was a way to legally duel another, correct?
That would be correct, but it would also be stupid to want to do
Yes.
that with him.
I was just considering all options. Well, I need to get a couple things. Do you mind walking around to a couple shops with me?
I could always go for a walk, especially we've been underground for so long. I'm enjoying this water and rain.
I think the way that this is kind of shaping up, what we will do here is move into a period where we're passing time a little quicker, and say we'll go over the next few days of your time here. You have made contact with this individual. You've seen that Sprout is also imprisoned here. Knowing, you guys know that this is your only lead. Like, if you don't pursue this with this guy, you really have no other answers in front of you. But you also just got here, so I will think I'll go one by one with you, and we'll get what are we going to do over the next few days out of the way here. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not, I guess.
Alrighty. So we'll start with Lothariel, seeing as how you had the an immediate objective. What are you looking to sell, buy, learn? What would be your behavior over the next several days to further your goals?
He would on and off while in between like walking and kind of stuff. He would be having that same folded parchment out and kind of just like, he's crossing certain words out and kind of rewriting stuff, and like you just see like scribbles and arrows and going around and little music notes and stuff. So he's kind of in between time working on that. But I would like to buy some kind of hide, a thin hide, some twine, really good twine, and then like some kind of maybe wooden bowl shape to essentially be able to create a hand drum.
Okay. I would say that would be like half of a day maybe.
Okay. Cool. And then no, I'm not talking to you, Google. Damn it. And then on the lookout, he would be listening everywhere they went for possible information on people speaking about the bastard, and or anything in particular about like he assumes that most people here don't, if not close to all, don't know about why this storm is like this right now. But
Okay.
any information possibly on that people are talking about it for.
What is your passive perception?
It is 17.
So yeah, you definitely can do that. Is there anything else you specifically are trying to do over the next couple of days besides like kind of listen out everywhere you go, listening for folks, and buy the stuff for the drum?
He would maybe be looking for an opportunity to, you know, kind of paying attention to like stage schedules when they're in and out of taverns, and just kind of seeing like, taking note of, he has something on his mind and he would like to get it out at some point, but he's not trying to rush that because what we're doing otherwise is way more important.
Okay. And once I'm gonna get everybody's stuff, and then we'll kind of put some of it together, and we'll roll for some things. Halbor, what would you be trying to accomplish on your first couple of days here in Raventide Keep?
I'd want to spend some like time in the evenings, just like watching the jail, trying to see if there's like a moment where I might be able to cast a spell unobserved.
Okay.
Other than that, like, because I don't want the guy to move and us not be aware. So I'm like watching the crazy dude in the brig because I don't want the other captain to like come and take him or something.
You're gonna do that the whole time?
Well, like that was going to be most of my evenings because otherwise my only goal was to bug Lothario occasionally, so he can like make me that object so I can try to cast clairvoyance, because that's an invisible sensor, so I can use it to spy on places we've been. And then
I can do it once a day, so if you need it any of those days.
And then we picked up a poisoner's kit, and I wanted to spend some time. I am not proficient, so Halbor is very interested in making a type of poison that might be like, helping put someone to sleep or something like that.
Okay. That would be this and okay. All right. Anything else?
I mean, and last thing, I guess, if I do find a spare moment, it's kind of like a roll to check, but detect thoughts doesn't go through a foot of stone. But if I could get like behind the jail cell, I could potentially cast detect thoughts and read him through the wall if the wall's thin enough. And I wanted to maybe try that one night, like one of the last nights free.
Okay. I got you. Morga, what would be on your mind over the next couple of days as you guys get to Raventide Keep here?
Morga is thinking all about staying up and not going down. She's looking down at her armor, wanting to see if maybe she could find something at the shop that's heavy plate armor instead of chainmail. Maybe to see if maybe she could do some kind of a trade to make that happen instead of spending all of the money that we have. And also seeing if maybe there was anything useful, such as like maybe not weapon wise, but like just kind of keeping an eye out of things that could be potentially useful down the road. Maybe it's like extra rope, or keeping an eye on, okay, these people are usually meeting here at this specific time. Why is that innate? Why is that happening? Or trying to pick up on patterns that maybe it might, when we all get together in the same room, put it all on the table, maybe it all kind of correlates. But her biggest concern is getting heavy plate armor.
And once we like resolve all this, you guys have been doing this stuff with as many of members of the party or by yourself, however you guys want to work that. We'll talk about that. So you're looking for any patterns that may be useful to pick up on in this place, and you want to trade in your chainmail for heavy plate.
Yes, try to get that in my possession. Yeah.
All right, Rafa.
I am also going to spend some time watching the estate, and then I want to maybe ask around about the cutlass a little bit more, about those initials, train with it a little bit, still keeping an eye out for any ex-crewmates, and if there's a moment to talk to Morga one-on-one without anyone else around, then I will take that.
Okay. Anything else?
I believe that's it.
Lothario, you got something else?
Yeah, one more thing. I would say, like, maybe one of the times when I could accompany Halbor down to the guardhouse as well. And Well, I guess just to gather more information too, like he's trying his thing out, and I just want to see like how many guards are possibly present inside the guardhouse when they close the doors and lock it up, or if it's only outside.
Okay. So Halbor and you are both going to take some time watching the guardhouse. He does it pretty much every night, but you join him for one of those. Or you could be 2 or 3 or however many you want. Okay, so Lothario, for your hide, twine, and wood, that's going to be just like a gold piece total, and you're able
Okay,
to
cool,
acquire
cool.
those items. You get them from this building here, which you guys passed right when you walked in. This is the Black Flag Mercantile. It is kind of a general store, if you will. It kind of has a little bit of everything that, specialty shops might have. It's got like basic weapons, basic, kind of natural goods like wood, twine. It doesn't have anything like super specific, but it's all kind of just a catch-all. As you are shopping there, you do meet Fiona Scarridge. She is a eye patch wearing older woman. She's got kind of like salt and pepper gray long hair that is some of it's like dreadlocked, others of it is braided into like beads and things like that. She's got dark skin. She is wearing kind of this really beautiful dress compared to anybody that you've seen here. She is by far the best dressed as far as the quality of her clothing. And yeah, if there's anything else you wanted to do while you were there getting that stuff, or if anybody else has any shopping they need to do, she does. Morga, you look there, and we'll get to yours momentarily. But she thinks you'll need to go. You think you'll need to go to the actual like weapons and armor shop rather than the store for that stuff. Anything else you want to do besides get that stuff while you are shopping there, Lothario?
I would love to compliment Fiona on her dress. I appreciate that. Is that pressed wool?
You got a good eye. Thank you.
I appreciate the beauty when I see it. Very well done. Thank you for the supplies.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And go ahead and make I've got your passive perception, but go ahead and make a perception check for me, Lothario, as you're going around your getting this stuff and just kind of keeping an eye out for anything that might be helpful.
13.
With a 13, you're not able to pick up anything specifically about the bastard or anything related to what you're looking for specifically, but you do a couple times hear people talking about the fact that they feel like they've gotten cheated at the loot table, which is that purple casino tent. You've heard a couple people now talking about the fact that they're starting to question the cards at the loot table. As far as guard schedules go, and then we'll move into Halbor since you guys are both kind of doing this, you notice that there is absolutely a rotating guard, and it is a shift change type situation. It's like every 8 hours or so, a new set of 5 guards exactly comes to replace and it's it's like a clock in, clock out type situation, so that building is never left unoccupied.
Gotcha.
What specifically, Halbor, are you looking for? Are you just looking to see if they move him, or is there anything else you're trying to glean when you're spending all this time scouting the guardhouse?
It's kind of a mixed bag of like I mostly just want to make sure they don't move him because especially with a few days past after a dream about loss, I'm very on edge about losing our only lead.
Sure.
And not being aware. But it's mostly, especially with the rotation, like there's no windows in this place. I wanted to see if there was any way I could cast a detect thoughts on the crazy guy without being seen.
Make a investigation check.
Ooh.
25.
With a 25, you are certain that the walls of this building are beyond the required. They're not thin enough. This is a very well fortified building, being the prison and all.
Yeah.
I will say during this time, you do not see him moved at all. The only people coming in and out of this building for the most part are the guards. However, you do see. Let me ask you, what time are you getting full rests during this period, or are you staying like overnight watching this place?
In my mental capacity, to when I first said this, it was like I want too long rest, but it's almost like an opposite shift of the group. It's like I just want to sleep a full rest like during the morning or afternoon, and then stay up
okay.
overnight.
And then second question is, how obvious are you being? Are you hiding, like from
Yeah,
like an alleyway?
Yeah, I'm small, and with the halfling feature, give me 1 sec.
Yeah, baby.
Sneaky. That boy Lightfoot is.
There's literally an ability I have called Naturally Stealthy. I
Okay.
can hide and be obscured by any creature that is also larger than me. So I can just hide from people using other people.
Okay, yeah. So I think between, weaving in and out of any crowds that may be moving and also taking some stealth, in the alleyways across the street and everything like that, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage for me, please.
Oh, baby, come on. No. What? Brother.
Okay, wait, I have one more question.
You have a portent roll. Oh, wait, no,
that's
those
it.
days were.
That's it. It's when do my portent rolls work? Because they technically refresh every day, but I don't know how that's going to count with like.
I will
fast
say
time.
you have those two for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna cash in my 20 and not roll dog shit on my stealth.
That is,
Very nice,
I think,
dude.
a very good choice, and I'll tell you why. Because in the very late hours of the evening, when visiting hours are not going on, 2 of the 3 nights that you are keeping watch, the Bastard of Raventide Keep visits the brig at like
So he's-
3 in the morning.
Okay, so he's coming in like super late overnight.
I will also say you guys are able to do whatever you need to do in the apartment in the evening to get you your item that you need. So
Okay.
that you can mark that as taken care of. Please use any stuff you need to use to make that happen if needed. And then
Let's see what it is.
Because yeah, the goal was you used your like ability to create to either make me a jeweled horn or a glass eye, so I can either listen or hear or see things.
I just remembered a thing I got at level 6. Holy shit. Okay.
Bonus level up bits.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it doesn't take any components or anything, so I don't need to subtract anything. I guess if we do it on the day that we're ending this time skip kind of thing, then I could have that checked off as I used it. If I'm doing it for you every day.
Well, so the goal would actually be if I catch him one of the days going in, would be to have you make me a horn so I can listen to his conversation.
Sure. Here you are. It's a horn it's a jeweled. It needs to be jeweled.
Yeah, like the only component I need to cast this is like a jeweled horn or a glass eye. And
It's a like ashy gray horn that has at the tip of it, it has this little piece on it that has encrusted blue jewels on it and a silver binding.
perfect, because then yeah, just one, and I only need it for 10 minutes. So if the object lasts longer than that, it's perfect.
Yes, it lasts 3 hours, so good luck. Do you want company when you go?
Would probably be helpful since I'll have my senses distracted.
I guess I could, tag along or whoever. But yeah.
Oh wait, actually, never mind. As long as I spot him, I can hurry back. I got a range of a mile on clairvoyance.
Damn.
So
What?
you're using the jeweled horn to cast clairvoyance, and once you see him and cast, so do you have to be seeing him when you cast it? How does that work exactly?
Yes.
So the full clairvoyance spell is I create an invisible sensor within range of a mile that I have visited or seen before. So since we've
Okay.
been to the brig, I can just make an invisible sensor in the brig.
Okay.
And then the sensor is intangible, invulnerable, invisible, and remains in place for the duration.
Which is what's the
10
duration?
minutes, just 10 minutes. And then I pick see or hear, and that's the object I used to cast it with.
Okay, we're gonna do that last. Morga,
I use my brain!
you does anybody would like to go with Morga to the weapons and armor store?
I'd tag along just for the fuck of it, for sure.
I'm on like reverse shift, so I don't think I will.
He's on second
for
shift
sure.
over here.
I think, I mean, you can be involved, Rafa, if you'd like. You've been to this store, I would say, before, and you're also doing watch on the opposite shift of Halbor, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I am.
Is that what you're gonna keep doing, or do you want to go to the weapons shop with them one day? Probably the first day.
No,
I'd say.
I'm not gonna go with him.
Okay. You actually have a map for this place randomly.
Be-do-wee.
Super cool, super cool.
It's really just for the vibes.
I'll take it.
You go to the above table. There was a storyline that was going to involve this building that I took out.
Oh, heard that.
Now we're here.
Yeah, you go into the weapon shop. This does not look like a weapon shop you see on the mainland. These guys got cutlasses, they got daggers, they got armor, they got like almost like Eastern looking swords, like katana style swords. They have cannons, small and large, and they've got some guns too. I will say for your purposes here, Morga, chainmail typically in brand new condition is worth about 75 gold pieces, as the fine man behind the counter informs you. A full set of plate armor is 1,500 gold pieces. So there's a massive disparity between the value of those two types of armor, and your chainmail is beat to shit. So he's not gonna garner full price. So, you know, you might be able to get like 25 gold pieces for the chainmail in the condition that it's in, but that's going to leave a significant chunk of that 1,500 gold for
Is
the
there-
plate armor.
We also have tools in the bag.
Do you happen to have splint armor, maybe?
Splint armor? He has, for heavy armor, he has ring mail, chainmail, he does have splint armor, and he has plate armor.
I mean, it's not as pretty, but I really look at me. I look like a mess. So you said 25 for the chainmail as is,
Correct.
and then how much would it be for splint?
He quotes you 200 gold pieces for the splint armor. And as he does so, he says, "It's a fine-looking shield you've got there. If you throw that in, I'll give you the plate armor half price." As he eyes your shield of the vigilant eye.
I'm gonna keep the shield, but great try. But I do think I will. Let me look at what I have. So she is going to look at Lothario. How much would you take if I gave you traded in with this a great sword as well?
With the great sword as well. Give me 1 second. I could do it for 125.
She's gonna look over at Lothario and say, "If I gave my chainmail and the great,
The great sword's in pretty good condition.
yeah, and then it's just a little extra change. It wouldn't put us out too much, but I could really use an upgrade.
I think it's very much worth it, so you should.
I agree. She's going to look at the man and say, "Okay, here's what I would like to do." She's going to give trade in the chainmail, get rid of the great sword that we have, trade that in. So that's 125 plus 25, which is 150, and give the remaining.
So he's saying 125 gold and the great sword and the chainmail, and he'll give you the So 125 gold pieces plus your trade-ins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Plus my trade-ins. Okay.
Because you're basically getting nothing almost for the chainmail, but he's giving you pretty close to full value for the greatsword.
How much would it be if I traded in a javelin?
Like another 10 gold maybe, if even.
She's gonna look at Lothario. It might be worth it to trade in a jewel that we have, if you want. I don't want to put this out, but this thing is beat to shit.
Yes, I also don't want to take those out and get ripped off, so...
Yeah, I agree.
I say, why don't you just... We have the money right now. It's okay. Just spend the money. If you need any, I have some as well in my bag.
Okay. She is going to trade in the chainmail, the longsword, and then give the remaining gold.
Wait, is it a longsword or a greatsword?
Great.
Okay.
Great sword. It's a long great sword.
All great swords are long swords, but not all long swords are great swords.
That's true.
Facts.
The chainmail is going to go away. Same thing with the great sword. Trading that in, and then paying.
And how much gold do you have on you? Just you?
59.
59 gold.
Yeah, that's on me.
So we have 50 platinum in the bag. So you could feasibly do.
Because if we
What
have
is
a
that?
platinum, I'd just go for the plate mail. But I don't want to make us stick out like a sore thumb.
Our booty.
I think you have 50
That's
platinum,
great.
which is only 500 gold.
Right, exactly.
Oh, let's not do that then.
That's what I was saying.
Um,
So it's. Yeah, so we can do.
But yeah, you guys
100. or we could
deduct
do
125 and take the
125.
chainmail and the sword, and
Okay.
you got the
splint armor. Okay.
It could just be 12 platinum and then 5 gold on top of that.
That's
Okay.
totally fine.
Well, she's gonna trade it in and put it on and go. I look snazzy. Thank you. This looks good.
He
Yeah,
just
so you
comments and goes, "Thanks for the business."
Mm-hmm.
Does not comment on your appearance in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, I will say too, as you guys are kind of like discussing it, he does let you know, don't deal in gyms. You have to take those to Black Flag.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Morga, make a perception check as you spend the rest of your time, keeping close by, but looking for patterns of any kind, looking for anything out of the ordinary.
It was a 17. Then it rolled to be a 4.
With a 4,
I'm just here.
some people's strengths are not investigatory, Not everybody is a detective.
That's
I think things that you notice as far as patterns are a general unease. You're not sure if that is normal or intensified by what is going on with the weather. The storm never breaks, by the way. Yeah, with a 7, I think that's really mostly it. You continue to see a lot of people keeping to themselves or in small groups. You don't ever see like a big group of people moving together, really. Like you see like 6 people together at once is pretty unusual and would be like the most. You see that there. I will say we'll let you do basically, as you're not seeing a lot of patterns, you do see basically what's going on here. You see that there's the Black Flag Mercantile seems to be one of the biggest brick and mortar retail buildings. You do, and we'll talk about this too with Rafa's, but you do pass the Bastard's Manor. You see the brig. You see in the top northeastern corner, you walk by a couple times, you see the captain's quarter. That is a very well manicured, nice area. I'll switch back for you guys, where it's clear that whoever's in charge here, that's where they stay. You pass by the loot table a couple times. You see people coming in and out of there. And that seems to be kind of the main That and the Crow's Nest. Those are kind of the main attractions here. The area with the tents is more of those specialty shops. The weapon shop you went in was this brick and mortar building among the tents here. But among these smaller vendors, you see that there are people that are doing rum making supplies, all sorts of fabrics. One thing you notice, I think, too, here is that people are fairly fashionable in the pirate community. You see a lot of jewelry, a lot of sashes and accoutrement to these outfits that people are wearing. Yeah, and obviously you know where the ship repair spot is. You see that there is a small building where they seem to be it's kind of gauging interest of the public for people that may want to become part of the Raven Tide Guard force here. It's not so much a recruiting office as just like it's like somewhere between a recruiting office and like a museum kind of like the Guard of the Raven Tide keep. Somewhere in between those two things. Rafa, you're keeping an eye on the manor, and you want to ask about the cutlass and looking out for your crew members. You spend some time outside of the Bastard's Manor here. It is a kind of oddly shaped building. It's kind of got a horizontal. It looks exactly like this stamp. So it's got like kind of wings. It's got like a left wing and then like kind of a right wing. It's a 2-story building that's got several entrances on the bottom floor as well as a couple entrances on the top floor. It's got a very well decorated kind of giant hole in the ground that leads down super far into the ground. You see it's got in very nice, almost like Old English looking cursive script on the outside, a sign that says the Bastard's Manor on it, and it has kind of a mailbox sitting out in front of it. It's the only house you've seen with a mailbox. And yeah, make a general perception check as you watch this manor over the next couple days to see if you can glean anything more here.
Could I have given him a bardic inspiration in our in between times to help?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that's a D8.
Yes, roll a d8, and it's an ability check, so that means that you get 1,000,000 gold and the journal immediately. That's what it says. So, ability check. You can roll so you have advantage on the bardic inspiration die essentially, and you choose which one to roll. So you can roll it twice.
That's so crazy.
That is crazy. Moat of potential.
This guy's got advantage on a D8.
12.
With a 12, you don't see the Bastard of Raventide Keep a single time over the period that you spend scouting the outside of his house. You see that he, kind of like the brig, has a very tight guard that seem to be on schedules. They're posted outside. You see them moving in and out of all of the doors. There seems, like I said, there seems to be two entrances on the top floor, and it seems like just a single entrance. Oh no, you see 2 entrances on the bottom floor as well. So both the bottom and top floor have 2 entrances. There's an entrance on the left side of the building on the bottom floor, and then there's an entrance just right in the middle of the courtyard on the bottom floor, and then on the second floor you see that there is a second entrance right above the first entrance in the middle of the courtyard, and there's another set of stairs that go up kind of around the corner in the courtyard to a entrance, the only entrance on the other wing of the house. What else do you see? I think with that, not too much. As you take the cutlass around, who are you taking this cutlass to ask them if they can help you?
I would have gone to the weapon shop just on my own time. and then maybe also the general store. Does anyone that I would have known previously to deal with like weapons and stuff frequently?
Do you think that during Rafa's time here, he would have been dealing with weapons?
What do you mean? Deal.
Like, would you have been frequenting the weapon shop in your time here, or even having gone there at all? That's the question.
And I definitely would have gone there for like ammunition and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, you definitely know that you could ask Fiona at Black Flag, but you think that the Salty Jim over at the weapon shop probably would be able to give you a better idea.
Okay.
I will say, as you, we're gonna go back. As we go back, see, this is why I made the map.
Yeah, see, let's go.
As we go back to the weapon shop, Rafa, you're here. Salty Jim's gonna say, "Oh, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you again, Rafa. It's been some time. What can I do for you today?"
I had a couple of questions about this, and I'll kind of pull the entire cutlass from my belt, like sheath and all, and hand it over. And then I also just need to pick up some more ammunition.
He's gonna, when you pull the cutlass out and set it on the counter, he kind of gives it a look over, and you see him kind of like whistle while he's looking at it, kind of admiring the craftsmanship, and he turns it over and sees the letters and immediately puts it down on the counter and says, "Where'd you get this?"
It was lost and I found it.
Oh, well, I'd either make sure it stays lost or it doesn't find its owner. You see this engraving here on the handguard?
That is actually what I was curious about.
TBM, it's the Bastard's Manor. This was made by his personal swordsmith.
That's really bad.
Wait, that could be good though.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
I don't know shit yet.
I would advise either putting that back where you found it or losing it quick. I won't be taking it off your hands, that's for sure.
That is much noted. Thank you.
Anything else? You said you wanted to buy bullets?
Yeah, I just wanted to stock up on ammunition.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think it's 5 silver a round.
Okay. I will.
Bruh.
That's right.
I'm reading my
Okay.
notes and it's interesting.
I will buy 10 golds worth.
Okay.
You can use
so
some
that
of
would
the-
be
the
20
fun,
rounds.
too.
That works.
Yep. Okay. As you guys make your way around the city. Oh, give me one more perception check, please, Rafa.
I believe in you.
Bardic? Question mark?
Yeah, I'd say you're giving it to everybody in the party every night, basically. I would say.
Yeah, just like you're going out to do a thing, listen to the song real quick.
Yeah.
Classic.
Check out my mix.
Okay, well, I rolled a 3, so I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration and roll that again.
Heard that, nice.
Oh, clutch, because you're a human, huh?
Yes. 19 for a 22.
Ooh.
With a 22, you hear it in passing, and it's actually somebody. And I think they don't see you in this moment. You just kind of hear it and stop as you hear the name of your father in conversation, and they're gonna say, "Yeah, did you hear his old ship, the Squall? It went down. None of the crew has been accounted for. News came in last week. A merchant ship made it through the storm."
Can I like turn and see who this person is?
Yeah, you turn around and say somebody that you don't recognize, somebody that you feel like you've never come in contact with before.
Okay, I'll just kind of note that and keep it pushing.
Yeah, I mean, you have no way of knowing the validity of that, but that is what you heard. Anything else? I think that was it for you. You asked about the cut list. You watched the manor. Yeah. Okay. We will return now to Halbor Halrod.
Do good, buddy. You have a bardic inspo, presumably.
Halbor, you hide in the shadows here until late in the night. This is the last night. And you see the bastard of Raventide Keep once again enter the brig. What do you do?
As soon as I spot him, I want to make sure I find, like, even if it soaks me, it's like I want a spot to sit down, I want a spot where I'm not immediately in line of sight, and then I want to, like, double check if Lothariel has made me, if this is the second night I've seen him, I want to see if Lothariel has maybe made me my object now.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so then I just find a little spot where I can just, like, sit and be chill, and I'm going to cast Clairvoyance.
Yeah, it's very late at night. You get out of sight of the two guard that are patrolling. You're ways down the block from the crow's nest. It's quiet over here. You get under this large, one of the only non-palm trees you've seen here in the city, kind of, and you notice there is a gate here that looks like it opens, it goes out to like an area where they can hoist things up from the docks below to the top. It's like a crane kind of thing going on there. And I will say all of you throughout your trips here have noticed one thing too before we get to this. All of you have seen a few things. Rafa, you saw this. This is very similar to the doorway that you came up through. I think Halbor, as you were kind of scouting out over this, making sure this area was clear, you saw one here as well. And I think Morga, just, you make your way, I think, traveled the most just all over the place of everyone, and you saw this one here.
Okay.
You don't know where those go or what they are, but they are definitely trapdoors of some kind. Halbor, as you cast Clairvoyance, your invisible little sensor pops up in the room, and you hear the following.
So yeah, I assume it's just like an ethereal, invisible horn. Like one of those old-timey ones that like 80-year-old people would use to hear better. Kind of just like pops up in this room and I catch whatever info.
You hear this conversation going on inside. And first you hear a voice that you haven't heard before, and you say, "You crazy kook. You got my entire crew killed. I know you have the answer. How do I get in?" I will keep you in here till the day that you die. Your journal is nonsense. You know the way in. And you really don't hear much of anything, but kind of nonsense and gibberish. Even more so crazy than anything that he said to you. Like, listening to the way he talked back to the bastard, you get the sense that he was being generous with his clarity with you guys.
Dang, so he cranked out that, like, crazy gibberish with the bastard.
Yeah, he's Sandy, Sandy, shifty, shifty, your man dead. And nothing beyond that. Everything else is just incoherent. But yeah, it seems that the bastard is blaming him for the death of his crew, and demanding answers with that. And it seems, based on when you're listening to this, he seems to not be wanting to get, and you can hear with your clairvoyance the little side conversations that like the guard are having, like a call. But he's being deliberately vague with these questions that he's asking.
Okay, do I hear, like, papers rustling or anything? Like, any sign that he might have the journal on his person?
You do not.
Okay, copy that. I'll listen for as long as I can, and as soon as my 10 minutes are up, I'd like scurry back to Rafa's apartment and wait on the crew to wake up and give them my info.
Yeah, you hear him try that conversation a few more times, and as he turns to leave, you hear him say to the guards, "Don't feed this one for a couple days." And he heads out into the night. As you guys all kind of reconvene here in the evening, I'll say the morning of after that third day of you guys kind of going around and taking care of these things. You all have your full long rests and be in perfect conditions, so to say, to have these conversations on the next episode of The Jungles of Paldir.
No.
Guys,
I'm stressed.
we gotta talk.
We're gonna have a
There's
long
some
talk.
shit going down.
Guys, I caught him.
My gosh.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. We sure do appreciate it. Make sure to check us out on social media, check out the rest of our YouTube page, and we will see you next time on Side 21. Have a wonderful night.